Hello everybody, this is how to make a double TV antenna. I want to start out by telling you, my main piece right here, they 30 inches long. They a little bit shorter than like the ultimate antenna. But this is made different. I'm going to show you some new stuff today. This double antenna, a double without a booster, is more powerful than one antenna with a booster. I done tested this. I done checked it out. I'm going to be showing you some clips along the way here. Now this double antenna, it is a multiplying son of a gun. And I got a lot to tell y'all. I want to tell you this right here. That even if you know people that's been putting up antennas 50 years, all the stuff that I've done, they hadn't ever done. I mean, don't get me wrong, they know their stuff. But all they doing is taking an antenna out of a box and putting it up. I've spent thousands of hours testing these antennas. I guarantee y'all, I've done some stuff. I'm somebody that I learned the book from the front to the back and then from the back to the front. I'm like that. And what I want to say is this is PVC fencing. You can get this from the home store. And if you just don't want to fool with that, you can make it out of wood. This right here is like one of the first ones I've made. And it's got oil on it. This one right here has got motor oil on it. Let me show you this right here. Boys, don't laugh. It'll be him. Watch this. And this right here picks up just as good as this. But see, I sell TV antennas, and I have to have them where they look like a lot of people don't even know my antenna is homemade. Now this is that PVC pipe. You can buy 2 foot of this and make it with that. I wanted to show y'all something different I done today. I found this right here the other day at the big store. You know what I'm talking about. Look how thick that is. You know, y'all see me use some of these little pieces. Look at the difference. And it comes in an 8-foot stick like this. And this is over there where the lattice is, because that's what this is. But man, this will be real good right here. Now, these little pieces right here is 2 1/4 inches long. And I've got these 9 1/2 inches apart. I got 4 of them. And since I'm making a double antenna, you can't see it here, but I'll show you from a clip. I've got wood inside of this. Now, the wood starts about right here, and it's the same way on both ends. And I just got hot glue filled in here.
This language, very threatening coming.
And what I done is I marked my 9 1/2 inch lines, and I took my grinder and grinded it a teeny bit, and I epoxied them down. I'll show you a clip of that.
Powerful enough to fill any room up to 250 square feet with warm.
And I even grinded the bottom of these a little bit, and then I marked the center line on my main beam right here and a center line on this, and I got them all exactly right. Now it don't have to be perfect. It only has to be perfect when you're making a video showing everybody, y'all. And I've already got my pieces notched out. I'm gonna show you a clip of that. Now this next invention you see, when I made that, I took a hammer and bent that blade where it'll cut a wider space than normal. This is the reason I glue it down is cause I pass it through here and it'll snatch this. That's the reason I glue them. I figured I'd tell you all that. And that's just a skill saw, and it's raised just the right amount. And I usually cut about 100 of these and put it back up. And I'm using number 8 gauge wire on this. And I had to cut them out even a little wider. So I played with it, ran it through there 5 or 6 times each one. Because if you're going to build you one antenna, go ahead on and get 8 gauge. Now it's strong now. It's strong. Alright, I got both sets of my pieces already made and soldered. But anyway, your pieces need to be soldered. If one of these loses contact, it'll mess the whole antenna up. And not only this antenna, any antenna. And the way I got this so straight, I'm going to show you a clip of that. Don't get amazed and turn it too much. All it takes is about 3 seconds. You can feel that wire getting hot. You know, after you touch it, you can tell it's getting hot. And it'll make it weak. So, 3 seconds, then let. And some of these clips I'm showing y'all is from How to Make the Ultimate Antenna Revised. And from other places. So you want to make sure you check that out, How to Make the Ultimate Antenna Revised. It goes over all this in great detail. It's about 20 minutes long. And this piece right here is 30 inches long. The main piece right here is 30 inches long. And these pieces are 20 inches long. Now whenever I make them, I like measuring 40-inch increments. And make it like that. I done figured out how to do all this stuff fast. The reason I'm in the house, y'all, is because of the bad weather. Let me show you my lights here. It's nighttime here. I made these so I can play my drums in here. Now watch this next clip, and what I'm doing is laying the 30-inch pieces in there, and I'm marking where the whiskers is gonna go. So I know exactly where to solder them on. Alright. I'm gonna take this one right here. Make sure that's okay. And I'm gonna hold my finger right here. And I'm gonna just simply do that right there. Okay, let me line that back up. And I'm gonna mark this one in the center too. And you do the other end the same way. And I'm showing you how to make perfect whiskers every time. 8 20-inch pieces for the whiskers. And what I'm gonna do, find my marker, is I'm gonna mark this at 10 inches. You see my mark right there. And the trick to this is get above the mark. See that? And then I'm gonna bend it over. You want your mark to be your corner. And see how I'm holding my thumb close right here to this right here. If you hold your finger up here, it'll make it rounded. And you'll figure all that. If you get to making as many as I do, you'll figure that out, but it'll take you a little while. I'm just kind of showing you a secret. And when you stand it up, if you don't kind of do it the way I showed you, it's liable to be this way or this way. And it's according where you bend it. See how I got my bend just right? Alright, I got my spacers on there. They are 5.5 inches long. And what I need to show you is this one right here. Here's the center of this antenna. So see, I put it up above center to make it bottom heavy. You know, so it'll hang good. Okay? You see I got my reflector on. And see, this side right here is bent. And I do that just for strength. But this other side where it's going to be joined together, I left it flat. And the screen reflector is 2 foot wide and 36 that way. And then I just got it centered up and I made both pieces match. Alright, let me show you this. This is a screen wire frame I found. And let me tell you how long it is, and this measurement's important, y'all. You want your antenna 24.5 inches separated. That part's important. And if you look right here, when I screwed that down, it's a little bit, this one is tilted a little bit. And I'm gonna back that screw back out, and I'm gonna make that right. I'm gonna try to make this right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Now I done screwed the hole, y'all. But I tell you what, I thought about like going to the big store, you know, and getting some of that metal with the holes in it, you know what I mean? But I just didn't want to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back this one out and start again. It might not work. I may have to just straighten it with the whiskers. See me trying to lean it. Hey, it worked, didn't it? You can't just have 4 screws in this thing, cause it'll be like a seesaw like that. It's gotta have 8 screws in it, where it won't be like a seesaw. I took this antenna and flipped it over. Man, it's solid as a rock, man. Show you what I'm doing here. I'm just putting the laps down. I wanna tell y'all that I'm gonna be testing this antenna. And I'm gonna have a bunch of little videos about this antenna. Because I wanna, there's some stuff that I want to know about. I wanna try 2 boosters. And, you know, 2 tops. And 1 bottom. And there's some more stuff. You're gonna have to just hang with me. And watch what I do. If you ain't a subscriber, you might want to subscribe. And y'all, this right here is on my little channel. This video is on my little channel. My big channel, man, it gets twice as many views as this little channel does. And my next video is probably gonna be on that big channel. So it's Danny S. Hodges. Look for that red subscribe button and you'll find it. Now while I'm doing this, I'm going to show you a clip from my big channel. This antenna right here, sometimes kind of aggravating starting. This antenna right here won't turn. But I got one on my big channel I'm going to show you that'll turn 2 different directions. This is the kind I want. This is a powerful son of a gun, y'all. I ain't joking. But and the one I'm fitting to show you, it's not as powerful as this because it don't multiply because of the way it's hooked up. Splitter and everything. And I'm going to show you how to know that you got this thing set at exactly the position that you need to set it. Alright, I got this finished. I'm gonna cut these ends off right here. This big wire right here, y'all, it's heavy duty now. I want to tell you how to hook this thing up. And this is the 3rd time I've done this. If you're gonna make the antenna that turns 2 different directions, you're gonna have to go look at that video because it's real confusing me telling you how to hook this one up, me telling you how to hook the other one up. I got confused looking at the footage. Okay, it's just this simple. And boys, if I was y'all, this is the antenna I would make and put a rotor on it. Okay, and see this little wire I got right here? You want a wire to come down, solder that on, and run behind over to the other side. And listen what I'm saying. You want the right hand wires with the right hand over here. You want the left hand side with the left hand side over there. Okay, on the back side of this, in the middle, cut into your wires and put your transformer on every now and then. Alright? And see, just do your other side the same way. Let that cool. Earlier days, if you make your antenna like this, see, I can't stop and tell you every little thing that's critical. You just need to make it like this right here. I've done all kind of stuff. Boys, I know what works and I know what don't work. But just to kind of recap everything, or this, when solder this to your wires, and then you got your cable coming down, and you can run that into a booster if you want to. And boy, I hear from y'all sometimes, and some of you's in some real bad places. But I hadn't tested this antenna, but I've made one like this before. I sold it. This thing's been tested at 100 miles. This right here's a bad boy, y'all. And let me tell you, if this antenna right here don't do it for you, you better go and call the cable man. Because you ain't gonna get one that's gonna outdo this right here. Alright, thanks everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe.